Poverty is a problem. And in the world, many people believe that only Africans are poor. I was discussing with somebody, and I believe he is poor because I've been seeing him. But the first thing he told me concerning poverty was referring to Africa, pitying Africans. And then I was surprised. And then I said, I have to talk about it again because we have been talking about poverty. And poverty truly is a problem. That is why the United Nations is set it as the first point for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. No poverty. But how can we achieve that no poverty? We have several videos that we have presented concerning that. And today we are going to talk about it, focusing on Africa. Why are Africans poor? Are they truly poor? Africans are not poor. I take, for example, my own self. I came to discover that my problem when I was in Africa was that I was living in competition. I was mismanaging my resources. These are the two things that hold me down. And then in that, I believe that I was very poor. I was very poor. But if I was having the kind of mentality that I'm having now, and then manage my resources perfectly, and stop competition, and stop dreaming that I have to travel somewhere in order to better my life, that my dream is somewhere, I could have discovered that I am very rich, and I could have been living as a rich person. If this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, please follow us on all our social media platforms, subscribe to our channel, share the videos. TFA Talking Point is all about proposing lasting solutions to societal problems. And poverty is a problem because if you take poverty away, if you end poverty in your lives, many of the problems we are crying of will disappear. Hunger will disappear. We will live healthily, and then we will live our lives, enjoying it, and we'll have long lives. So this is a problem, and TFA Talking Point will be talking about it today. How can we, Africans, be rich, discover that we are rich? Because we keep on pointing and accusing finger to the government. But today on this video, I am telling you to point that accusing finger to yourself. Examine yourself and ask yourself this question. Are you poor? Are you truly poor? Ask yourself this. What are the things that make you poor? That you cannot have the things of them. You always end the month in poverty, crying and begging people. We are living in a generation where people are passing through a lot of difficulty. It is not like in those days where we were having relatives who will support us. When you call them, I am passing through this, they will send you something. No, everybody now is struggling. And as they are struggling now to cut limbs and manage their resources. And if you do not do that, you also will be in problem. If you look at your house, just go around your house today, and then you check at the things that you have in your building, and ask yourself, compare it with your income, whether you deserve to have all these things. Check at your dresses, the things you are having. You discover that at least 75% of them you are not putting them on, you are not wearing them frequently. They are just parked there, and those things are money that you misused. Check other things. With my own salary, with the money I am earning per month, does it warrant me to have these particular things in my house? Mismanagement is one of the key problems, the root causes of poverty in Africa. Mismanagement of resources. We buy things just to show up, and that is a problem. Competition. We were trained through primary school and through secondary school, through university to compete with one another. And that competition remains within us. And every day of our lives, we are thinking of how to make money or how to be more than another person, competing with one another. And that is all that we believe that it is our destiny. No, competition is not our destiny. And that is a problem in Africa, because when you have in mind that this person, this is my friend or this is my classmate, we have been together, I'm always above him, and then today you went out and discovered that he is putting on some kind of expensive dress, and then you will go back home and struggle by all possible means throughout the month. You will be working, saving only to buy that particular expensive dress, at the detriment of your rent, at the detriment of food, at the detriment of drinkable water, at the detriment of things of necessity. And at the end, what will happen? You will remain poor. You will be begging for food. And maybe you will go bankrupt. your business will collapse. And then you go to the street and be homeless. Or you go back to the village. And because you are ashamed of going back to the village, then you will look for a group and join. Maybe an armed robbery groups or any terrible groups or evil society. In the name of you are poor, you are not poor. Africans are not poor. The whole issue is we are mismanaging our resources. And also because we are not satisfied where we are, we believe that our destiny is somewhere. And we are struggling by all possible means to squander what we are having now, believing that one day God will take us to where our destiny is. Wherever you are, that is where God have that you will make it there. So maybe you can only transfer, just move like a Jonah in the Bible and go to a different direction, but your destiny is where God put you at this point. So just struggle by all possible means. If God take you to another point, in which you know that you have been managing yourself, you have not been misusing yourself, it is for a purpose. And when you go there, it's not just be a place where you have to mismanage everything because you are now in the place where you have to enjoy. No. The whole issue is for us to manage our resources. If we fail to manage our resources very well, we will end up in poverty. That is the truth about all this issue. So I am calling on you to subscribe to our channel, share the videos, and we are looking for ways to end poverty. And Africa should not be a place where everybody wants to talk about poverty. It points to Africa. We are not poor, and the government is not fully responsible for our poverty. We ourselves are also responsible for it. So examine yourself today and ask yourself, why am I living in poverty? All the things I am having, do I deserve or merit to have them? Am I living, having enough food to eat, drinkable water, pay my bills and rent without any problems? Ask yourself this. Do not compete with anybody. Competition is terrible. We are all different, unique, and with different destiny.